Security cameras lining the extreme outer perimeter of Skinwalker Ranch catch something so fundamentally impossible it has sent shockwaves straight through the entire research team. If you think the weirdness on this 500-acre property is confined to the triangle or the center of the Mesa, you are dead wrong. Newly leaked high-definition infrared footage, captured at the absolute edge of the property boundary, has just revealed an unexplained anomaly that completely defies physical explanation. In exactly 3 minutes, I am going to show you the precise moment a massive pitch-black distortion, measuring nearly 15 feet tall, abruptly materializes along the property's barbed wire fence, completely bending the light of the stars behind it. If you exit this video now, you will miss the terrifying proof that whatever is projecting these bizarre phenomena isn't just staying in one spot. It is actively patrolling the borders of the ranch, watching the team back. This is the ultimate security breach that Brandon Fugal's private military-grade security detail has been desperately trying to keep under wraps. By the end of this video, you will see the scientific data that proves this perimeter event caused a localized electromagnetic surge so intense, it fried 3 state-of-the-art night vision cameras simultaneously. But wait, before we show you the raw, unedited footage of this dark entity moving through the brush like a living shadow, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on all notifications. We strip away the cover-ups to bring you the truth about the world's most terrifying mysteries every single week, and you do not want to miss our upcoming exclusive drops. Buckle up, because the boundary lines of Skinwalker Ranch have just been crossed, and what is pushing past them is absolutely chilling. The security operations center on the ranch is usually a wall of quiet, glowing monitors, until 3 a.m. on a Tuesday, when the perimeter sensors go absolutely ballistic. Normally, these thermal imaging cameras are calibrated to ignore local wildlife, from deer to coyotes wandering through the high desert. But this was different. This looked like a localized tear in the fabric of reality itself. The edge of the property, which borders public BLM land and the Uinta NRA reservation, has long been a place of local whisperings and folklore. But this newly released video footage takes those legends and turns them into a terrifying physical reality. As the security team pulls up the live feed, they don't see a stray animal or an adventurous trespasser. They see a highly concentrated, heat-absorbing mass sitting right on the fence line. It has no discernible thermal signature, no heat, no cold, just a solid zero-point zone that appears as a dead black void on their thermal screens. It's like looking at a miniature black hole hovering just feet above the Utah dust. But who or what has the technology to completely mask their thermal footprint while standing directly in front of a high-end military camera? This is where the situation gets deeply unsettling. As the team tries to pan the camera closer, the motor of the robotic mount starts to whine and struggle. The system is fighting a massive wave of electromagnetic interference coming directly from the boundary line. Drop a comment below right now. Do you think this is a highly advanced cloaked military drone testing the ranch's security? Or are we looking at an interdimensional visitor crossing over? I want to see your theories. Keep this thermal void in mind, because in just a moment we are going to look at the terrifying physical evidence left behind in the dirt the very next morning. When the sun finally rises over the Red Rock Mesa, Thomas Winterton and the security team head straight to the exact coordinates of the midnight anomaly to conduct a physical sweep. But what they find waiting for them at the boundary line is a scene of pure physical destruction. The heavy-duty steel barbed wire along the fence line hasn't just been cut. It has been violently, unnaturally twisted. The metal looks as if it was heated to a molten state, bent into a bizarre, perfect corkscrew shape, and then instantly cooled back into solid steel. There are no tool marks, no soot, and no signs of physical touching. It is as if a highly concentrated magnetic field, strong enough to warp structural steel in milliseconds, passed directly through the fence. The air around the fence still carries a heavy, static charge that makes the hair on the team's arms stand completely on end. Travis Taylor immediately sweeps the area with a handheld tri-field meter, and the readings are off the charts. But what happens when they look at the ground beneath the bent wire is even more shocking. The dirt is completely vitrified, turned into a thin, glassy crust almost like the sand at a nuclear test site. The sheer amount of thermal energy required to turn desert sand into glass instantly is mind-boggling. If your mind is already blown by this physical evidence, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are tracking every single update from this boundary investigation, and the evidence is piling up faster than the skeptics can debunk it. Thomas kneels down to examine the glass crust, only to notice a series of strange, heavy indentations leading away from the fence and disappearing into the brush. Keep these tracks in mind, because they lead to a historic discovery that will tie this event directly to a legendary Navajo legend. Consider this your absolute non-negotiable spoiler warning. We are about to dive deep into the specific details of the footprints and the bizarre geometric patterns found at the edge of the property. If you haven't kept up with the latest classified updates from the ranch's ongoing research, turn back now, because we are about to pull back the curtain on the most sensitive data yet. Let's look at the tracks left behind in the vitrified sand. They don't match any known North American predator. They aren't the paws of a bear, the hooves of elk, or even the heavy prints of a mountain lion. Instead, the team is looking at a single massive 6-inch wide oval indentation with 2 distinct claw marks protruding from the rear. It is the exact same horrifying footprint that biochemist Colm Kelleher famously documented on the ranch back in 1997. But it gets even weirder. The tracks don't follow a logical walking path. They form a perfect geometric circle around the bent fence post. It's almost as if whatever made these marks was performing a deliberate mathematical circuit around the boundary before vanishing into thin air. Stop what you are doing and comment below. Do you believe in the legend of the Navajo Skinwalker, or do you think this is some kind of highly advanced, biomechanical construct being tested in the desert? Let's get the debate going in the comments right now. But wait, the security team is about to run a drone sweep of the area directly outside the fence. And what the aerial cameras spot hiding in the deep brush just 50 yards away is going to make your blood run cold. Stay tuned, because we are about to reveal the chilling visual that almost got the drone knocked out of the sky. With the ground team securing the physical site, Erik Bard launches a high-performance, thermal-equipped drone to scan the dense sagebrush just beyond the ranch's border. As the drone climbs to 100 feet, hovering over the rugged, boulder-strewn landscape of the public land, the aerial camera catches a sudden heat signature. But this heat signature isn't a solid, warm body. It looks like a flickering, pixelated silhouette of a massive, broad-shouldered humanoid sitting perfectly still behind a large rock. It is watching the ground crew. The drone's altitude sensors suddenly start glitching, falsely reading that the aircraft is falling at 50 miles per hour even though it's hovering in place. The drone's onboard compass spins wildly, and the video feed begins to drop frames, showing a massive wall of digital static. It is like the classic scene in Predator where the creature uses active camouflage to blend seamlessly into the jungle canopy. But this isn't Hollywood. This is real-time, military-grade telemetry showing an active cloaked observer monitoring the scientific team. Erik tries to bring the drone lower to get a clearer visual, but the drone's motors suddenly scream in protest. The battery level, which was at 90%, drops to critical in a single second. The drone enters emergency landing mode, falling blindly into the brush just outside the property line. If this level of real-world tension is keeping you on the edge of your seat, hit that subscribe button right now. We are the ultimate destination for those who want the raw, uncensored truth behind the world's most mysterious events. But the rescue mission to retrieve that downed drone is about to take a turn so terrifying, the security team is forced to draw their weapons. Keep watching, because what is waiting for them in the brush is a direct threat. With the drone down in the sagebrush, the security team, led by Dragon, scrambles to the edge of the property line. They cannot let highly classified thermal data fall into the hands of whoever is lurking in that canyon. As they cross the boundary fence onto the public land, the air temperature suddenly drops by 20 degrees. The midday Utah sun is beating down on them, but they can see their own breath freezing in the air. The silence is deafening, no crickets, no birds, no wind. Just the heavy, rhythmic sound of their own racing heartbeats. And then, a low, guttural growl echoes from the rocks directly ahead of them. It doesn't sound like a wolf or a cougar. It sounds like a deeply pitched, mechanical vibration, almost like a generator hum mixed with a predator's snarl. Thomas Winterton's tri-field meter starts screaming, its needle pinning to the absolute maximum. The radiation alarm on his belt begins to click rapidly, warning of a sudden, intense wave of ionizing radiation flooding the canyon. "We need to move back now," Dragon barks, his hand resting tightly on his sidearm. "We are in a hot zone. Get the drone and get out." The team grabs the downed drone from the dirt, but as they turn to run, a massive dark shadow rushes through the brush at blinding speed, moving parallel to them, just out of sight. Before we reveal what the retrieved drone's camera managed to record in its final seconds before crashing, comment below. Would you have crossed that fence to get the drone? Or would you have left it behind? Hold on to your seats, because the retrieved footage is about to reveal a secret that changes everything. Back in the command center, Erik Bard plugs the recovered drone's hardened memory card into his terminal, his hands visibly shaking as he bypasses the corrupted files. The video feed starts with the drone hovering over the canyon, the heat signature of the humanoid silhouette clearly visible behind the rocks. But as the drone began its forced descent, the thermal camera caught something the human eye could never see. The humanoid wasn't a biological creature at all. Under the thermal spectrum, the object appeared as a floating geometric crystalline structure. It was completely cold in the center, but surrounded by a spinning high-temperature ring of plasma. It was a physical floating machine or a portal, bending the light and heat around it to appear invisible to anyone looking directly at it. It's like the bizarre non-Euclidean geometry from a sci-fi thriller operating right in our own backyard. As the drone got within 10 feet of the ground, the spinning plasma ring expanded, releasing a massive electromagnetic pulse that literally fried the drone's main processors. The video cuts out on a single terrifying frame, a pair of glowing yellow-orange light sources reflecting off the camera lens from inside the dark void of the portal. This isn't just a random anomaly. This is an active, controlled surveillance platform that is monitoring the ranch's border. If this mind-bending footage is giving you chills, subscribe to the channel right now. We are breaking down every single frame of this incredible discovery, and the clues are absolutely wild. Stay with us, because we are about to look at the bizarre material found inside the vitrified sand at the crash site. While analyzing the vitrified sand from the perimeter fence, the team's lab results finally come back from the university, and what they reveal is a total game changer. The glassy crust isn't just melted silica, it is packed with an impossibly high concentration of rare elements. We are talking about pure tellurium, bismuth, and highly structured barium titanate, materials that are actively researched by aerospace companies for their potential in thermoelectric energy conversion and advanced wave shielding. This is the exact chemical fingerprint of advanced military-grade metamaterials. These elements do not naturally occur in this concentration in the Utah soil. Someone, or something, is using these precise materials to construct a highly advanced cloaking barrier along the edge of the property, masking whatever is crossing over from the other side. It is the physical equivalent of a modern stealth fighter's skin, painted directly onto the dirt and the barbed wire fences of the ranch. This is the absolute smoking gun. This isn't a myth. This is material, physical proof of highly sophisticated engineering operating right under our noses. Pause the video and comment below. Do you think the US government is using Skinwalker Ranch as a secret testing ground for alien-derived technology? Or is the ranch a natural hotspot that these entities are actively trying to contain? Let me know your thoughts. Keep your eyes glued to the screen, because we are about to witness the shocking conclusion of this perimeter breach. This is the moment where the boundary investigation reaches a terrifying high-frequency climax. With the physical samples analyzed and the drone footage secured, Travis Taylor decides to run a high-energy laser test along the exact line of the perimeter fence, hoping to visually map the invisible cloaking field. The moment the green laser beam hits the air above the vitrified sand, the beam doesn't pass straight through. It violently bends, refracting into a massive glowing dome of green light that stretches hundreds of feet into the air. The invisible barrier is real, and the laser has just made it fully visible. At that exact second, a deafening metallic hum erupts from the canyon, shaking the ground so hard that the security vehicle's alarms start blaring. The air pressure drops violently, causing the team's ears to pop as if they were in a rapidly descending airplane. The laser emitter on the tripod begins to smoke. It is cracking under a massive sudden feedback loop of pure energy. The invisible field is fighting back, reflecting the laser's energy right back into the machine. Shut it down. Shut it down now, Travis screams, throwing himself to the ground as the laser emitter explodes in a shower of sparks and white smoke. This is easily the most dangerous, direct confrontation with the ranch's defense systems we have ever witnessed. If you agree, hit that subscribe button right now to support our mission of bringing you the unfiltered truth. Do not leave yet, because the final segment of this video reveals exactly what this means for the future of the ranch. So, what does this newly released perimeter footage actually prove? The discovery of the active cloaked portal and the geometric humanoid at the edge of the property changes everything. The phenomena at Skinwalker Ranch aren't confined to a single hotspot in the center of the field. The entire 512-acre property is surrounded by an active, highly sophisticated defense and surveillance grid. This grid is designed to monitor who enters, who leaves, and what technologies are used on the ranch, and it has the physical power to neutralize any equipment that gets too close to the truth. Whether this is a secret government containment zone or an ancient interdimensional outpost, one thing is absolutely clear. We aren't just observing the ranch anymore. The ranch is actively observing us, and we just tripped the master alarm on the outer wall. I want to hear from the true believers. Do you think the team should keep pushing the boundaries, or have they finally crossed a line they can never come back from? Comment your final theories below. Thank you so much for watching this massive deep dive breakdown of the newly released Skinwalker Ranch footage. If you made it all the way to this frame, you are an absolute legend. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and let me know in the comments what mystery or video you want us to tackle next. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies, watch your back on the ground, and stay curious.